There is a specific moment almost every parent knows. The toddler is whining, the shoes are lost, you're already carrying 10 invisible tasks in your mind, and then the blocks collapse. The noise hits your overstimulated nervous system, and you feel a reactive snap rising in your throat. When that happens, the advice to practice gentle parenting can feel unreachable. In many circles, the term has become synonymous with permissive chaos, an expectation that you endure every outburst with infinite saint-like patience while the house falls apart. But an effective toolkit relies on something more practical, a micropause. It's the space between what happens in the room and what comes out of your mouth, long enough to choose a specific response. This structure is supported by 3 distinct pillars: keeping boundaries clear, teaching replacement skills, and protecting the relationship through repair. These 3 functions allow you to move away from reactive defense and toward a system of active leadership. The first pillar requires a shift in perspective. Gentle parenting relies on firm boundaries. Safety limits and household rules remain non-negotiable. Consider the car seat juggle. Safety is the priority, but when a child resists, parental anxiety often spikes. We feel a desperate need for control, which usually leads to demanding, shame-based language. Look at the difference in this infographic. The reflex is to yell, "Stop fighting me." But the boundary-holding shift is a simple statement of fact. Buckles keep your body safe. You are stating the reason while you secure them. Screen time limits create a similar friction. Because digital devices are designed to hold attention, the end of a show triggers a legitimate deficit in stimulation. The resulting meltdown is a physiological response, not necessarily an act of defiance. A reactive response might be to threaten a longer ban because of the crying. A boundary-centered approach sounds different. The feeling is big, the screen is still done. Validating the frustration removes the shame of the meltdown, while the unyielding limit maintains the structure the child needs. The second pillar addresses the root of misbehavior. In many cases, an outburst is a symptom of a missing skill, specifically a lack of impulse control or sensory regulation. This flowchart illustrates the mechanic. Faced with a struggle, the red path applies a vague, shame-based label. The green path offers a concrete action target. For instance, stop whining offers no direction. Shifting to use your strong voice gives their brain a clear target. This applies to backtalk as well. Instead of labeling them rude, you provide a path back to connection. I hear anger. I will listen when it is respectful. During homework stress, a child can feel paralyzed by the size of the task. Telling them to just focus often increases their panic. A targeted shift like, "Let's do one tiny part first," makes the effort feel possible. Naming the mechanical problem instead of labeling the child preserves their self-worth while you actively correct the action. Even with these tools, you will experience burnout. You will lose your temper, and there will be days where you fail to use these pillars entirely. This is where parental repair comes in. When we snap, the immediate instinct is to justify the yelling by blaming the child's behavior. But attempting to make the child responsible for our emotional regulation only escalates the tension. Defensiveness sounds like, "I only yelled because you didn't listen." Taking ownership sounds like this: "My yelling was my job to fix." Modeling an apology demonstrates emotional regulation in real time. It shows the child that mistakes can be owned and corrected. This practice teaches children that love and safety do not disappear when things go wrong. These tools prioritize an environment where behavioral correction is separated from emotional rejection. The goal is a home where the child feels guided rather than shamed. You don't need a list of perfect scripts to be a good parent. When the sudden stress hits, you only need to focus on finding one calmer sentence during that micropause. If you found a linguistic shift in this video that you can use tomorrow, please like and subscribe for more strategies. If you know another parent who is struggling under the mental load today, share this with them as a reminder that they are doing a good job. A deeply connected household isn't built through flawless responses. It is built through small, consistent returns to repair.